Fish Girl escapes from her prison run by her overbearing captor and finds a boy who takes her in and cares for her. But when her overbearing captor takes her away, Ponyo fights to get back to the boy and reclaim her humanity. And in the process, causes a flood that our main characters have to get through. Now, this has to be said every Ghibli review, but the animation, music, sound design, every technical aspect of the movie, 11 out of 10, masterfully done. Now, this movie does a really good job of exploring its themes about growing up and about the suffering and struggle that causes. It also explores the importance of making sure your kids grow up, become independent, and find their own happiness. Sosuke is essentially our protagonist. He's a 5-year-old boy who finds a fish girl and decides to take care of her. You instantly really like this character because you can just relate whatever childhood feelings you have onto the character. And there's a lot of characters like that in Ghibli movies that feel very genuine. But what's really important about this character is that he's very independent and he's capable of doing a lot of things even though he's just 5 years old. He knows how to keep a fish alive, he knows how to drive a boat, he even knows Morse code. A 5-year-old knows Morse code. This is essentially the movie's ideal version of how a child should be raised and what a child should be. He represents everything that Ponyo wants. Ponyo is a character that is fighting for her freedom the whole movie. She just wants to be able to experience the joys and discoveries of life. And it's something that everyone can relate to, and it's such a universal thing. And on top of that, she's very cute and lovable, and you like her like the instant you see her. Ponyo brings with her a lot of problems. For instance, her desire to grow up and explore the world causes this massive flood on these people's homes. And it's best that we not take this aspect of the movie too literally. Flood just represents the fear and worry that a parent feels when raising a child, and as well as the struggles that a kid goes through while growing up. But it's also something that just has to happen. It's a natural occurrence in the circle of life. Lisa is Sosuke's mom, and she is the movie's ideal version of parenting. She's very relaxed around Sosuke, and she doesn't freak out at every little thing that he does. When Sosuke brings a jar with the fish in it, she's not like, "What are you doing? Get rid of that." She's like, "Okay, I guess bring it in." She lets her son be. She lets him find his own way. And she puts a lot of trust in Sosuke. She even leaves him at the house a couple times, trusting that he'll be perfectly fine on his own. And the movie shows her to be a very wise and intelligent person. This is someone we're supposed to look up to. And of course we are, because it's our protagonist's mother. Fujimoto is Ponyo's father, someone who wants to keep her locked up and innocent and pure forever. And Fujimoto is a really interesting character, because on one end, he is trying to prevent this natural disaster, but on the other end, his motivations are selfish and cruel. He represents everything that a parent should not be, the opposite of Lisa, where he's overbearing and overprotective, and he tries to keep his daughter locked up. But he has this arc where he's taught that if his daughter can find someone that she truly loves, she'll be okay on her own. He learns that at a certain point, his daughter's well-being isn't up to him, it's up to her. And the woman that teaches that to him is Ponyo's mother, Grandma Mare. And she is very much the mirror to Lisa, where she is also the ideal parent who understands that children need to have their independence. Also this ethereal being with the power to calm the storm of growing up. And there's a scene where we see Lisa and Grandma Mare talking. And we don't know what they're talking about, but I'd imagine it's a conversation full of wisdom. These are two characters with this amazing philosophy on parenting, and they talk to each other, and it just feels like there's so much understanding there. And the way that all these characters and all these ideas come together to tell this story is just beautiful. It's able to get its message across so gracefully and naturally. Any other director, any other studio, this would be at the height of their work. And even though this isn't the 15 out of 10 masterpiece that every other Ghibli film is, it's still this amazing animated movie that should be commended absolutely. I'm gonna give Ponyo an A+.